This is Deku versus Kacchan. So as we left from the last episode, we see that two students are being heroes, two students are being the villains. The goal is for the heroes to capture this bomb from the villains and such. Slight problem, Kacchan's gone a little crazy. So with this episode, we get a bit of the history with Kacchan and Deku and everything, which was kind of something we kind of need to see and everything. As we see the two being friends since they were young with the other neighborhood kids. And we see as the other kids develop their powers, as well as Kacchan, and then see Deku learn he doesn't have a quirk and all that. So, what was great about this episode was, you got a bit more of the rivalry story with Deku and Kacchan and everything. And Kacchan is seriously upset. And he's more upset with Deku because he wonders, why didn't Deku tell him about his quirk? Why hasn't he used it, at all and such? And, you kind of get an understanding that he's been angry and upset with Deku and everything. Because, he's just, why? Why are you doing this to me? Why? And, he's trying to prove to Deku that he's better than him still and all that and such. And yet you got more of their story and everything with this episode, which I enjoyed. I also love seeing Eurivity, the Deku's best friend, she being his partner in it, trying to go after the bomb against J. Michael Tatum's character. What was his name? It's Tenya is what his name is, but I'm still trying to remember. So we see her going after him to try and get the bomb while Deku's dealing with Kacchan and such. So I kind of laughed when he tried to. I was just like Eurity when she saw him doing his evil monologue. I just started bursting laughing, and she did the exact same thing I just did too. I was like, oh my god! It's like he's really playing the villain role pretty well. So, but back with Deku and Kacchan is the thing is, Deku he's trying to formulate a plan and everything because he knows he and her can't take him down together because they need to get to the bomb, and they can't just go after one because Kacchan will come after them. So it was best that they did split up and everything so that Deku could try and deal with him and meet up with her to get that. And it was pretty intense. This fight was, as we see Kacchan, his gauntlets, as you see, or these big things he's been wearing his arms, I should say, when they power up, that blast was like, holy shit, this dude could seriously blow up a building with that much. I was completely flabbergasted, like, oh man, how is Deku gonna get out of this? And even Deku admits he can't beat Kacchan because he knows how strong his quirk is, he knows how powerful he is. But Deku was smarter than him, using the knowledge of what he's been recording out of all the heroes, being the fanboy that he was, and at the same time knowing Kacchan's strengths and all that, and at the same time Kacchan changing up on him was really great, and they did all of that and such. And I love how Deku eventually he uses his quirk and it wasn't to fight Kacchan, but instead to help Eurity get the bomb and everything, which was clever and brilliant. And I was really impressed with that. That was really impressive. And I love how the episode ends with All Might going, heroes win! The heroes are won! Because he was over on that microphone trying to make sure, when do I need to intervene? When do I need to stop all of this and such? And, I was just like, it's like, when are you going to do it? Are you not? But at the same time, he's trying to show that these students are dealing with. So, but yeah, it was intense. Like, I was like, how is he going to get out of it? How are they going to get this situation? How is Deku going to be Kacchan? And he doesn't. Kacchan does hurt Deku pretty bad at times, with his powerful blast as he's building up the sweat in him, the sweat in those things. And to fire them like that was just impressive, so. But I have to say, this was a damn good episode, and it makes me want to know because Kacchan is like shocked when he learns that Deku says, I haven't used my quirk because I can't control and such. As his arm is broken and his other arm's holding off the blast and such, which was really intense. And then I love with Yurudi, with J. Michael Tan's Tenya, he took everything out of the room because whatever she touches, she can make flow and such. And she manages to make herself float to try and get across the room. But eventually, with Deku using his quirk, creating a powerful blast that skyrockets through the front of the building, all the way to the roof, to create remains and such to distract him enough for her to touch it, was clever and brilliant. And that's something I love Deku, is he's not all bronze, he has the brains. And he's using that to his advantage. And he's so clever. And that is a character you got to appreciate. So, but yeah, seeing the students, react and all this was seeing all that was impressive, because they're like, this is getting intense. Like, they're gonna kill each other. Because especially Kacchan, because he was like this close to, he was playing the villain role pretty damn well. And yet you gotta understand of his reason. He's angry at Deku for not telling him about his quirk, for not using the quirk like he should have. And he's kind of upset because he's known Deku since they were children. So it was pretty intense, I have to say. So I really did enjoy this episode, and I'm really excited to see how is Kacchan going to deal with all this and such, because it does make me interested to know what's going to happen and all that. So, but yeah, this was a great episode, and I was proud of Deku because using his cleverness and his hero strategy was well done. Such, but yeah, it was just intense. This episode was. So Deku versus Kacchan definitely is just really good. So, but yeah, that's my thoughts for this episode. Come back tomorrow, and I will have the next episode coming your way. Also, come back. Also, next week I am doing a video for one cartoon that I remember growing up as a kid that definitely deserves to be talked about since it's the month of October. And it's Courage the Cowardly Dog. So if you want to see more of my videos and such, and more of my vlogs, please subscribe to my channel. Hit the bell to be notified of future videos. Please give this video a thumbs up if you love just hear me ramble on about my reactions and all that and such. And if you want, please follow me on Twitter at SuperKidAil1. I'll leave a link in the description below. So if you want to just follow me and know about, share this video, and just follow my misadventures and whatever I'm doing and such, between holding up a skull or just being the oddest person you're probably ever going to meet. So, but thank you all for watching. The next vlog will be coming up tomorrow, and please let me know what you thought of this episode, and it's just getting better and better in my book, so I'm really excited to see where they're going to take this. But yeah, that's my thoughts for this episode. Thank you all for watching. Let me know what you thought of this episode in the comment below, and I will see you next time. Go beyond, plus ultra.